Alright, so this is what common law is, and the difference between that and what everybody else is going by. And I'll just say it that way. Because what a lot of people don't realize is what the average American would call a law is not a law. And in fact, most of you who think you're citizens are not citizens. Just about anybody watching this video, I can almost guarantee is not a citizen. Now the reason is because citizenship is a contract with the government, basically. If you're a citizen of the government, you're a citizen of the United States, say, that means that you have a contract with the government, and so there is a benefit there for both parties. There's supposed to be. There's what we in the common law world would, or us who are awake would call a pretend benefit. I think that might even be a legal term for it too. But anyway, the pretend benefit is, say, the government goes to war. The United States goes to war. We send the army over there to Iraq or whatever to fight some pretend enemy. And they got to keep this whole thing going to keep the idea, to keep the whole imaginary pretend benefit thing going, because otherwise it would just be you are a slave to the government, and that just doesn't sound right, does it? No, especially not in a free country. So the idea is you follow the laws and you have allegiance to the government. I pledge allegiance. You have allegiance to the United States government, and in return for that allegiance, you get protection, supposedly. Now, I know that when I was a kid, my dad got his bike stolen. He never got his bike back. I don't know anybody who can honestly say that the government has done anything to protect them. And the Congress has even ruled that the police don't have to protect you. That's not part of their job. They're not there to prevent crimes. They're just there to solve them. So, even if something of yours gets stolen and the person who steals it goes to jail, well, you're never going to see your stolen property, for one thing. And putting somebody in jail after they've done something to you is not really protecting you or benefiting you in any way. So that's what's called a pretend benefit. Now, citizenship, you're really not a citizen anyway, because a contract has to have full disclosure of the terms. And it has to be entered into willingly, knowingly, and with full disclosure of the terms. That's any contract. That's contract law. So, you not knowing the full terms of the contract means that you are not really a citizen. Even if you say you are, if you don't know what all that entails, and you don't fully understand it, then you're not really a citizen. You just think that you are. Even if you have documentation with your picture on it that says your name, your social security number, your birth date, whatever, it doesn't matter. You're not really a citizen because you don't know what's going on. So, kind of got that out of the way. The whole common law thing, you got to realize, and you should look it up. Don't take my word for it. I don't know he expects you to just know this, but I'm telling you, there are two contracts. There's the Constitution for the United States of America, which was in 1776, is when it was ratified. And then there's the Constitution of the United States of America, which is actually the contract that we all read in school and whatever, and that's the one that created the corporation of the United States of America. So if you've ever heard that the government, the United States is a corporation, well, it's true, and it's not at the same time. It just kind of depends on what world you're living in. And again, it kind of goes back to William Penn. It's that kind of person that gets a state named after him because he was found innocent. Even though he did what he was accused of doing, he violated whatever supposed law, but he was found innocent by jury nullification, basically. So, that's another thing you should look into. And I'm not trying to cover everything in this video. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of an understanding of what it is that's going on. Like just kind of overall, just a quick tour of the rabbit hole, if you will. Say when you come into the United States, for example, and you're asked if you're a citizen. Well, you might think you are. And if you say, yeah, and you go on, okay, whatever, nothing happened, right? But see, it's when you say that you are and you're not that you can get yourself into trouble. It's not just people trying to be difficult by trying to live as free people. The United States is a republic. It's a democratic republic. And so the people actually are not lawless.